This video will work through problem 3.4 of Gapenski's Healthcare Finance 6th edition. Okay, so 3.4 gives us a nominal organization, Great Forks Hospital, and they apparently have recorded net income of 2.4 million in 2015 and total revenue of 30 million. So didn't need the M's. Okay. And then depreciation expense of 1 million. Okay. So the first question, part A, says, what were total expenses in 2015? Well, net income is equal to revenue minus expenses. So if net income is 2.4 and revenue is 30, then we can just simply solve, right, for expenses by saying 30 minus 2.4 gives us 27.6 million, right? So expenses were 27.6 million. Now I'm ignoring the 1 million in depreciation because that's simply part of, that's just one element of expenses, okay? So there's that. Part B says, what were the total cash expenses for 2015? Okay, so we said, so expenses we know are 27.6 million is total expenses, but depreciation is not a cash expense, right? Depreciation is a notional number that's meant to recognize the amount of value that's being used up, the value of the fixed assets. So like the equipment, the building, their vehicles, whatever else they're using, that total, what are they called? Great Forks Hospital is using to provide the care that generates the 30 million during the course of 2015. Right, but it's not a cash expense. So if we want to just get cash expenses, we're going to subtract the 1 million in depreciation. So then we'll have 26.6 million in cash expenses. Okay. And then finally, so the final question is, what was the hospital's 2015 cash flow? Now, we can only estimate that, but the idea here is, what's cash flow? Well, cash flow is the amount of cash that the organization actually gets during the course of the year. And because we have non-cash expenses like depreciation on the income statement, those distort, or because they represent accruals, right? They distort how much cash the organization actually has coming in. So a simple kind of, napkin kind of math estimate would be to take the 2.4 million in net income and then add back non-cash expenses, which in this case is just depreciation, right? And we get an estimate of the cash flow of 2.4 plus 1, or 3.4 million is our estimated actual cash coming into the organization. Now that's a very rough estimate. You can't really do a cash flow statement without having access to the balance sheet, which we'll do in chapter 4. But a quick and dirty, back of the envelope napkin math kind of estimate would be to take the net income, add back depreciation or any other non-cash expenses that are on the income statement, and you get a rough estimate of what the cash flow was for the year.